You see this monkey trying to sneak into first class? That voice, sharp, loud, and full of disgust, cut through gate C14 like a slap in the face. I froze my heels still mid-step. I hadn't even made it to the counter yet, just standing there in my navy pantsuit briefcase in hand, when the gate agent, Amanda, something I'd learn later, decided to turn the entire boarding area into her personal circus. She even mimicked scratching under her arms and snarled for the crowd. People looked up. Phones came out. You could feel it, the shift in the air when something goes from awkward to explosive. And me, I just stood there. Not a twitch, not a single blink. Because I've learned over a lifetime of walking into rooms I wasn't expected in that silence sometimes says more than words ever could. I laid my boarding pass on the counter. No drama, no reaction. But her eyes bright with entitlement scanned me top to bottom like I was a trespasser at her country club. "This looks fake," she said, holding it up like it was counterfeit money. Her supervisor, some young hotshot named Cole, came swaggering over. He barely glanced at the pass before looking straight at me, eyebrows raised. "How'd you afford first class?" There it was. The question that was never really a question. It was an accusation wrapped in a grin. A line meant to humiliate, not understand. And the crowd. Some murmured. Some shifted uncomfortably. One woman opened Instagram Live and whispered, "Y'all, I think this is about to get real." I wanted to roll my eyes, but instead, I smiled. Just a little, just enough to confuse him. Cole leaned in closer, loud now, performative. "Ma'am, we're going to need more documentation. ID, credit cards, maybe proof of income." "Proof of income," I said, finally speaking, voice even and low. "Standard procedure," he snapped. "Standard for who?" And with that, the floodgates opened. Amanda smirked. The security guard joined in, arms crossed, like he'd just found the bad guy. But I didn't move. I didn't flinch. My phone buzzed against the counter again and again. I ignored it, because I knew what they didn't. I popped open my briefcase, pulled out my iPad, tapped in a code. The screen lit up real-time airport data, admin portals, security logs. Amanda was still running her mouth when she caught a glimpse. "What's that supposed to be?" she scoffed. "Emergency protocol," I said, something I hoped I'd never need. I typed faster now. Code red. Gate C14, discrimination incident. That's when Cole leaned over to read the screen and stopped dead in his tracks. His face turned the color of copier paper. You're not supposed to have that," he stammered. "I do," I said. "And I'm not just anybody." The live streams were picking up speed, comments flooding in. "Wait, she works here. Is that the airport interface? She's admin." Then came the call. My phone lit up again. Noah Reynolds, airport CEO. I put it on speaker. "Dr. Evans." "Oh, thank God, I've been trying to reach you. What's happening?" I looked directly at Amanda. "Your staff called me a monkey on camera in front of over 40 passengers, and about 10,000 more watching live." The silence that followed was thick. Cole's mouth dropped open. "Amanda." She just backed up like she'd seen a ghost. Noah's voice shook. "Dr. Evans, I am so sorry. Who was involved?" I didn't hesitate. Gate agent Amanda Rhodes, supervisor Cole Bennett, and security officer Mark Levin. Effective immediately, all are suspended. Security will escort them from the premises, he said, without missing a beat. Then Cole whispered to himself, "Dr. Evans, no." Now he remembered. The contracts, the grants, the $400 million our foundation gave this airport every year. The same grants tied to diversity compliance. The same ones I managed. Amanda sank into a chair. Cole sat down, blinking hard. Mark turned his radio off. And me, I just kept typing, because I wasn't done. I pulled up our contracts, highlighted section 12.3, anti-discrimination compliance. Another tap and a termination form appeared. One click would pull our funding. People around us gasped. "She's got the receipts. They messed with the wrong one." Then Amanda said the one thing I hadn't expected. "My sister. She works for your foundation. She's head of legal." I paused. "Jennifer Rhodes is your sister." She nodded, eyes brimming now. I tapped a number on my screen. "Jennifer, I assume you're watching." "I am," came the voice on speaker, shaking. "And I'm mortified. Pull every contract we have with this airport. I want legal options by morning." "Yes, ma'am." Then Jennifer asked, "Are you planning to pull funding?" I didn't answer right away. Just looked around, dozens of passengers watching live stream viewers still climbing. That depends, I said, on what happens in the next 10 minutes. What happened next came like dominoes. Noah promised immediate terminations, a new $5 million diversity fund, public apology within 2 hours, sensitivity training for all staff, passenger rights ombudsman reporting directly to our board. Still, I hovered over the signature line. That little blinking cursor carried the fate of 35,000 jobs. Then Rosa, the janitor, who had been watching everything unfold quietly from the side, stepped forward. "Dr. Evans," she said, "that young man Cole is my nephew. I raised him. What he did today was wrong, but I know he can learn. Please, give him the chance to become the man I know he can be." Her voice cracked, and for the first time in that entire hour, mine did too. I sighed. Amanda Colamark terminated immediately. Carol, the shift manager, 6-month suspension, then back to customer service supervised. Noah agreed. Jennifer confirmed. The crowd clapped. As I picked up my boarding pass, yes, that same boarding pass, I paused. "You know what's funny?" I said. "I was flying to DC to announce a $1 billion national program for transportation equity, meant to stop things like this from ever happening again." I turned to the camera. "Now it's not just a program, it's a mission." People stood and clapped as I boarded. The next day, the news hit every outlet. Terminations, reforms, lawsuits incoming. And 6 months later, I walked through that same airport again, this time greeted with a smile by a new gate agent. A badge on her chest read Dignity Champion. Rosa had been promoted to supervisor. Cole. He was volunteering in schools, teaching kids about racial bias, starting with his own story. And Amanda. Last I heard, she was back home. Her sister Jennifer still works for us. They don't talk much, but the world keeps turning. And maybe this time a little more just. Tell me something. Have you ever seen someone judged before they even open their mouth? Ever seen power shift with one sentence, one action, one truth? Drop your story in the comments. And if you believe dignity isn't negotiable, share this video. Because change doesn't always come with anger. Sometimes it comes with receipts.